Giving all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 and the rest of the men, women, and children. I'm your brother Magun Shalamar. Today's title of this short video will be Esau's Judgment Can't Come Quick Enough. It's going to be a quick video to show you how these devils lie and the propaganda they send on this earth. But the one thing about it, the Lord Yahweh has is unveiling the skirts. You know, he's showing bare Esau's thigh, which means his truth is coming out, and the whole nations are waking up to these lies of these devils. So just sit back and hear this video of this devil and what he's doing over there in the Levant region.
Arab and Muslim nations are condemning recent remarks by Mike Huckabee, the U.S. ambassador to Israel, after he claimed Israel has a right to expand into most of the Middle East. Huckabee made the comments in an interview with the right-wing commentator Tucker Carlson. Here's the exchange.
Does Israel have the right to that land? Because you're appealing to Genesis. You're saying that's the original deed. It would be fine if they took it all. But I don't think that's what we're talking about here today. It would be fine. Well, it's exactly what we're talking about today. But here's what I don't think it would be fine if the state of Israel took over all they wanted to take over.
The lead.
So, you know, let's go to Genesis and find out where this devil should be at. The land that was pointed to him by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36. We're going to go to verse 8. It says, "Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir." This is where Yahweh appointed these devils to be at, in Mount Seir, in the mountains. Nowhere else, you know. And here's to show you Mount Seir right here. You see? In the clefts of the rocks. It's Mount Seir. That's their land. But see, they're not going to tell you that. They run from being called an Edomite or being called Esau or Idumea like it's a bad thing, which is not. See, look, wherever they go, they try to rebuild, and every Edomite government across this world has a building. The architect is the same. You know, it used to be a eagle up, but they done, you know, them devils done chopped that off, took off the eagle. But as you can still see the pillows, all of that. Everywhere the Edomites go, they rebuild it the same. So yeah, that's where they come from. That's where they shouldn't have never left. And this is what Yahweh done. This is how he parted the land. This is Deuteronomy 32:8. It says, "When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam." And the sons of Adam is in three categories. The first category is the son of the Most High, and those are the Israelites. Then you have the son of man; those are the heathen nations. Then you have the son of the wicked, and that's Esau, Edom. He's the wicked. It said he sets the bounds of the people according to the number of Israel, the children of Israel. For Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. We in that Levant area, when I say we, we're speaking of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native American Indian that makes up the children, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's our portion, the Levant region, all that area over there, including Jerusalem. All of that Levant region, land over there was appointed to us. We had the best land out of the whole entire earth. That land, which we will get back. But that's who that's video is there. They fighting over. So this is Ezekiel And we're gonna show you right here. We're gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 1. This is how they took our land. This is how you know that the people that's over there in Israel is not the people, and not God's chosen people. They're not the Israelites. This is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 1. It says, "Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh." You know, and thus said Yahweh, the Most High Power, because the enemy hath said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. So this is the Lord telling the Israelites, you know, this is what your enemy did. And who is saying that? Who is over there now? The small hats. They said, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. You see that? And that's the place where they fighting over now. And that's what they're saying. The high places are theirs. It's in their possession. It says, therefore prophesy and say, thus said Yahweh the Most High Power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that you may be a possession unto this residue of the heathens. And you are taken up in the lips of the talkers, and are in an infamy of the people. You see that? So that's what happened to us. We got swallowed up through every nation, every heathen nation. We've been in their captivity. You know, we're swallowed up, meaning that we're scattered. The Lord has scattered us. The majority of His people are here in America, but we still scattered, and we're looked down upon. We're infamy amongst the other people. They don't look at. Let's go in that word infamy, because the apostles bring this word out. Dabah, it says, whispering, defamation, evil report. Whispering, defamation, defaming, evil report, unfavorable sayings, a slander, and a byword and proverb to these other nations. It says, therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh thy power. Thus saith Yahweh thy power to the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathens that are round about. And that's who's over there now, the residue of the heathens, the so-called small hats, and the so-called Palestinians. Those that's not really the Canaanites. They are the Ishmaelites that's over there. Thus for said, now although we are, there's still some Israelites that are amongst the small hats as well. There's still a small few that's over there. There are Israelites, a part of them. It says, therefore said Yahweh thy power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. And Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom or Esau, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, and with the spiteful mind to cast it out for a prey. So that tells you right there who's over there in that land. Who's over there in that land? And is all the Idumea and all the other the residue of the heathen nations, which are the Ishmaelites over there fighting amongst each other, trying to take over land that's not theirs. It says, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith Yahweh thy power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Right? Salaki, I gotta wipe my eye. Therefore said Yahweh thy power, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen are about you. They shall bear their shame, and they will. When we're waiting on the MOTB, we know it'll be the RFID chip to start, and then the World War III to kick off, and and the land of Yehoshaphat over the Levant area is going to be on fire from World War III, and America is going to burn, be totally destroyed, become a lake of fire. Yahweh Shai is going to return in that war and take down his man kingdom. And the land of Israel is going to be on fire, but it's going to be rebuilded, because all that is right now is polluted. That land over there right now is polluted. Who want to be there right now? Who want to go to Israel? He's going to bring us back into that land. Yahweh Shai is going to bring us back. Let's skip down to 16 verse for the sake of time. This is why we was kicked out of the land through the hand of the Lord. It says, moreover, says the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their land, they defiled it by their own way and by their doing. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. See that? And you know what the uncleanness of a removed woman, that's a woman on a period. You know, we couldn't be, he didn't want to be around us. Therefore, I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathens, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way and according to their doing. I judged them. And that's how it's talking about. That's how we became the dispersed. You know, that's how we became the dispersed Israelites. So it says, and when they entered unto the heathen, whether they went, they profaned my holy name. When they said to them, these are the people of the Lord Yahweh, and are gone forth out of his land. You see that? So he took us out of there. He took us out of that land. It says, I'm going to go back to 18. It says, I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way and according to their own doing. I judged them. And these are, when we was dispersed, the Israelite foreigners. And when they entered into the heathen, whether they went, they profaned my holy name. And when they said to them, these are the people of Yahweh, and are going forth out of his land. But check this out, what he's going to do. He said, but I had pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whether they went. And this is future right here. It says, therefore said unto the house of Israel, thus said Yahweh thy power, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. And he's going to bring us back, not for our sake, but for his holy name's sake. See? It says, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, said the Lord Yahweh thy power, the almighty power. When I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. You see, so he's going to sanctify us before their eyes. And for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out all countries and bring you into your land. You see that? So we're not going to go to that land until Yahweh Shai gather his elect. And like I said, that's when he's coming. They're going to meet them in that land of the valley of decision and Yehoshaphat. And he's going to be doing a lot of destroying. He's going to destroy Idumea. He's going to destroy Basra, which is America. And at the same time, he's going to gather his elect. And he's going to bring us back into that land that he appointed to us. He's going to do it. You see that? So let's go to Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will turn away the punishment thereof, because he said, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. You see that? Esau, you kept your wrath forever. You still got you feel of wrath. You still not giving that land up voluntarily and say, here, y'all, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, take your land back. Even though you can't do it anyway because of prophecy, but you still stupid enough to not just throw your hands in and say, you know what, I don't want to be wicked no more. You can't, because you was made that way. He said, but I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of palaces of Basra. And all you Edomites, man, the Lord is going to destroy. And this place called Basra is America. All America is going to burn. It's going to be devoured in fire, where all the so-called wizards are. You know, the smart, the senators, and this place over here in America, called America, is going to be destroyed. So why would you think that the Heavenly Father giving you that land when he said this, the burden of the word, this is Malachi chapter 1, it says, the burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? And that us is talking about Israel. Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said Yahweh, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. America is going to be laid waste. Esau kingdom is going to be laid waste. Israel is going to be laid waste, but it's going to be rebuilded. And when Yahweh Shai set up his kingdom, it's going to be beautiful. And them damn devils will not be over there in that land. America is going to become a wilderness for the dragons, the wild desert devils, wild desert dragons and animals going to live here in America. There's not going to be no one living here no more in America. This place is going to be destroyed, man. Esau power is going to be taken out. This is what's going to happen to Esau. He's going to get Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. So Jacob is the fire. The house of Joseph is northern tribe. Jacob's talking about the southern tribe, but the 12 tribes together is going to be fire. And the house of Esau for stubble. And stubble is like small chopped up wood that feeds the fire, that goes up quick and it burns hot. That's what you're going to be, Esau. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. So after your 1,000 years of slavery, guess what? You're gonna be destroyed. You're the only nation that's given no pity, no mercy to the Lord. So with that, I pray you edify, call halal, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Hakadash. Again, double honors to the elder apostle of the great millstone who will. Shalom.